College of Agriculture and Technology is a diverse community filled with creative, patriotic, respectful, and hardworking future leaders of the Philippines. Its vision, Agusan State College of Agriculture and Technology as the premier agro-industrial higher education institution in Caraga region, capable of producing morally upright, competent, globally competitive human resource to effectively implement sustainable development.
Its mission shall primarily provide higher professional, technical, and special instruction for special purposes and promote research and extension services, advanced studies, and progressive leadership in agriculture, education, forestry, inland fishery, engineering, art and sciences, and other relevant fields.
NSTP as one of the primary subjects of first-year college student issued by the RA 9163, enacted by the Senate and the House of Representatives, showcases three components: CWTS, LTS, and ROTC. CWTS, an acronym for Civic Welfare Training Service, to help the students become a prime example of a courteous Filipino. Its aim is for the betterment of life for the members of the community. CWTS contains the four core values of being a patriotic Filipino. The core values are makadiyos, makakalikasan, makatao, at makabansa. Becoming a makadiyos, or in English term pious, is one of the main goals of ASCAT, helping students become God-fearing. It introduces different assemblies that relieve students' stress and making them emotionally at peace. Don't take my word for it.
To be a makadiyos means having an attitude that has an empathy and a sympathy for others, having Christ-like attitude like love, honesty, care, and others. So that is my idea about it. Thank you, ma'am.
Makakalikasan, or nature-loving, is one of the most important core values. Students becoming nature lover is one of the ASCAT's mission. Because of that, ASCATians have become compassionate on saving nature from climate change.
How can you save Mother Nature?
Ilabay ang basura sa tamang basurahan. Tapos, tree planting.
Makatao, or becoming humane, or being humanitarian isn't an easy task, but not for us, ASCATians. You see, ASCAT is a diverse community where people aren't afraid to express themselves. Gender equality is one of the main focus of ASCAT. Everyone is free to express themselves. Gender roles is irrelevant, and the women and LGBT here are more empowered than ever.
LGBT ba accepted na ba diri sa ASCAT?
Dire sa ato sa ASCAT is dawat sa ako sa ako na po mapil ha. Dawat sa ASCAT ang LGBT.
Thank you.
And lastly, becoming a makabansa, or patriotic. ASCAT and other schools and colleges all have one thing in common: to assess students to become patriotic. A love for one's country empowers us Filipinos to become patriotic and assume our civic duties as an active member in our community.
Besides those core values, ASCAT has a variety of festivity. From celebration to anniversaries, ASCAT never loses its trends.
The ASCAT community, in essence, is basically the life of the party. Each and everyone partake on building a comfortable place to build a strong relationship with each other, like the acquaintance party recently held on ASCAT's Mighty Sports Center. ASCAT is filled with brilliant young minds, each participating on different clubs and organizations, thus proving its tactics on molding students to become future leaders of the Philippines. from leaderships to dealing with drugs and bullies, Asscat has an endless policies and programs that help students to become better and to live a full life of learning here on Asscat. Bullying is such a rampant issue, not just in Asscat but also in other schools. That's why there are programs that combat this kind of issues. Drug addiction is a very controversial issue. It has been a battle of our government for almost 4 years since President Duterte's appointment on the presidential seat. Under Republic Act No. 9165, otherwise known as the Dangerous Drugs Act of 2002, it stated that this policy shall safeguard the integrity of its territory and the well-being of its citizenry, particularly the youth, from the harmful effects of drugs on their physical and mental well-being. Sexual harassment and violence against women and children is arguably one of those topics raised by the women rights activists. For long, the Philippines has been overrun with awful people with awful intentions. That's why the government have implemented RA 9262, otherwise known as Anti-Violence Against Women and Children, and RA 7877, also known as Anti-Sexual Harassment Law. With these laws, different programs emerges. Youths nowadays don't have to live in fear of being harassed. Asscat has officials to protect us from any threat. Asscat, as a premier agro-industrial higher education, shall abide by its rules and policies, making it a diverse and safe community where Asscatians can learn and enjoy the peaceful beauty of our nature. Aim high, Asscat!